Hello, sinners. It is I, Father Evil, and I invite you to Destination Station on YouTube.
Bagels and go to Destination Station. This buddy is the bomb.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
Fucking A.
Yep.
I had to say that for a reason.
Freddie, take that, motherfucker.
All right. Okay. Fuck you. Yeah.
Jamie Kennedy. Subscribe to my man, Destination Station, right now if you want the best content.
What's up? Welcome to episode 4 of Daily Dose of Horror. Hope everybody's had a really good weekend. Had some horror movie news that came out over the weekend. Also a review that I'm going to be touching on that I haven't gotten around to doing an official review on. So I'm going to do it for this show. Give me my thoughts of Insidious 5, The Red Door, or just Insidious The Red Door, whatever you want to call it. It's still Insidious 5. Went and saw it. I put out a short, like a straight out of the theater reaction of it, but I have not put out an official review. So this is going to be it today. We also got some other trending news going on. So welcome. Thank you for being here. If you don't get a chance to see this now live, then it will go in replay mode here in just a little bit after the show. And you can watch it at your leisure. So yeah, just glad to be here. So yes, if this is your first time here, consider subscribing so you don't miss an episode of Daily Dose of Horror. Also, I do Scream Talk, 10 p.m. Central on Friday nights. So stick around for that. And I also do other things like reviews and theories and anything you can think of that's horror. It's going to be happening on this channel. So yeah, if that's your thing, if that's your jam, consider subscribing. So yeah, just gonna wait for a little bit and see who all kind of trickles in here, and we'll get our morning started. If you've already seen the thumbnail, you already kind of know some of the topics we're going over, and a lot of times this early in the morning at 8 a.m. Central, other topics gets dropped, and if it does during the show, then I will definitely talk about it, and I'll also touch base on it tomorrow morning as well. So yeah, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central, Daily Dose of Horror. So yeah, let's start your day off with just your Daily Dose of Horror. And that's the best way to start it off, you know. And it keeps you informed of all the trending horror news that's going on. And me as well, because a lot of these, you know, lately we've been talking a lot about underrated horror. We've been talking about movies that just fell under the radar. If it's not like a huge franchise or like a huge IP or from even a huge studio, sometimes it is from a huge studio and it still falls under the radar. But there's so many hidden gems out there, and that's what this show is about, is to bring a lot of that stuff to light and to keep it on our radar, so whenever it does come out, we can watch it. Because a lot of times those kind of movies, especially those kind of horror movies, are far better than anything we get theatrical, you know, like any kind of big IP, because you know all we get is like remakes or sequels, and some of those are good too, but we need some unique new horror. So yeah, speaking about today, most of it is all sequels. I go on that little rant just to say, hey, actually this show today is actually all about sequels and reboots. But there's really not a lot of horror news going on. There's a lot of like gaming horror news going on. You know, we got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game coming out here soon. Probably gonna start putting some of that gameplay, streaming it on the channel. So if that's something you'd like to see, let me know. Maybe we can bring some channels together and we can play the game together, because it's like a cat and mouse type game, kind of like Friday the 13th. So yeah, big fan of horror games. We don't get enough of them, especially of like slasher movie horror games. We definitely need a Halloween game and a Scream game. So yeah, let's go to the comment section and let's see who is here this morning. Let me know about that music too. Do I need to bring it down, bring it up? I don't want it to be distracting. It sounds okay on my end, but I want to make sure it's okay on yours. So let's go to the comment section. Let's see who's all here. Denisha Lane's in the house. Good morning, Destin and everyone. Good morning, Denisha. Hope you got your morning started, got some coffee in you, maybe some pre-workout, and hitting your morning routine. I know you like to do that. So yeah, thanks for being here, Denisha. Glad to see you. Some of us are early birds, right? I'm really not one. I just have to get up and go to work anyway, so and go to the gym, so might as well be up and put out some content for y'all as well. Not enough hours in the day. Larry Warner's in the house. What's up, Destin? What's up, Larry? What's going on, brother? Hope all is well. Hope you're doing good today. Is everybody at the house, or are y'all headed off to work? I feel like I'm having the case of the Mondays. Anybody else there with me? Because I'm not feeling it today. Not really wanting to do much. Want to crawl back in bed. And you know, I really didn't get a whole lot of sleep over the weekend. Me and Marcus, I shot him 6 times. We've done like live streams all weekend, back and forth on each other's channel, and going to like 5 a.m. And it's like since Thursday, it's been just like go, and I just haven't had much sleep. So I definitely got to get to bed early tonight, so I have a productive day tomorrow and get my schedule back on track. Yeah, Denisha, I'm getting in a workout and sweating it up. Hell yeah. Hopefully this horror news will get you pumped. It gets the people going. Val, good morning, y'all. Good morning, Val. What is up? The general is in the house. Got some good moderators here today. Hell yeah. Let's see here. Thank you, Val. I really appreciate that. Yeah, smash that like button. If you haven't already. If you're just passing through, you know, we got, you know, more people like can jump in, jump back out, you know, on these live streams. And you know, the easiest thing you can do is just hit that like button before you head out, because it helps out the algorithm and it gets this video noticed. And if you're a content creator like me, you should know that fighting the algorithm on YouTube is an uphill battle at all times. So every little bit helps. So yeah, thank you. And I try to go in line too on discussion with comments. But if I don't get to you, I'm sorry, but super chats do go to the front of the line. It's not necessary. It's just I try to give everybody their shine. So yeah. I just want to start my day off with the fam, the horror fam. We're gonna come up with a name for all of us. Give me a day or two. I'll come up with something creative. Let's see. Okay, music is all good on your end. Cool. Hell yeah. Good deal. Larry says, definitely having a case of the Mondays. I've been at work since 5:30 a.m. Oh, that's an early one, man. Yeah. At least you get off early, right? You're not pulling a 12 or 16 hour shift, right? Yeah, 5:30 is really early. I've always, you know, I've worked overnight. I've worked every shift really. But like where I kind of like the midday shift. Like you don't have to get up too early. You don't have to be at work overnight. It gives you a little time to get woken up, get some of your, you know, get some productivity like done for the day before you go into work, and then you get off early enough to, if you want to do something else, you know. So yeah, like second shift or swing shift, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of my sweet spot for me. Yeah, mornings is just, some days it's just like I'm just not the biggest morning person. My dad is. My dad get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, drink a cup of coffee, and get his day started. I'm just like, But he also goes to bed at like 8 a.m., 7 a.m. or 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. Dang, see, I need some coffee. Larry's Val. My ass is dragging this morning. Yeah, mine too. I mean, I think I got like a little bit of sleep. Like I got like a little cramp in my neck, just the way I slept. And I definitely need like a good solid 8 hours. I just haven't had that since like middle of last week, like Tuesday or Wednesday. So yeah, just bear with me. Might be stumbling over my words and stuff like that this morning. But hey, we're all having the case of Mondays, it seems. Larry says, I start at 5:30 every day, 10-hour shift. Oh, okay, nice, man. It's good to get, that's the plus side, is you go to work really early and you can kind of get off a little bit earlier. So, yeah, man, I'm feeling it. Mega John's 89's in the house. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mega. What is up? Are you ready for your daily dose of horror? Because we about to dive deep into some trending horror news. So yeah, just talking about Case of the Mondays. We're really all just kind of, we're all kind of complaining like, oh, I don't want to start this week. Yeah. And before we know it, the summer's going to be over. The fun's going to be over. So yeah, I hope everyone had a good 4th of July. I hope y'all ate some good food, hung out with some good family and friends. But it is time to grind. Get back on the grind. So yeah. All right. Let's see what we have today. First topic of the day, I'm going to go ahead and get it out the way. I want to talk about Insidious. Insidious, the Red Door. Like what, over at Bloody Disgusting, they're saying it's a sentimental swan song for the Lambert family. And that is a plus. That was the big selling point of this movie, is the Lamberts are back. And this is Patrick Wilson's directorial debut on this one. So there was a lot of things. It was a lot of curiosity around this movie. It was still PG-13, which I was like, why are we still doing the PG-13? I mean, look at Todd Simpkins right here. He's all grown up now. He's not a kid. So the audience that did see this movie, whether what age you were, even if you were his age, you're all grown up now. You're an adult. So the audience that are going to see this movie, they can handle a rated R movie. And I really think that's where Insidious, the Red Door, is held back from that PG-13 rating. But also there are other things that hold it back. And I don't want to like crap all over this movie, because I did enjoy some things in it. It wasn't the scariest. It wasn't the best Insidious movie. It's not the best Blumhouse movie, It seems like it should have probably went straight to streaming, like Netflix or maybe even Peacock, because Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends went to Peacock, same day release. So I really feel like that's where this should have been. It didn't really feel like it had to be a theatrical run. But I'm glad to see Patrick Wilson able to sit in the director's chair and give his little, spin on it. But I have to say, the script feels like first draft, in my opinion. It feels like this is probably a script that was sitting on the shelf for years, and it never got rewrote whenever they decided to greenlight it. And they were just like, all right, Patrick Wilson, nobody really wants to do this, so if you want to do this, go ahead, And it is. And this one is very drama-centered. It's the drama first, and then it's the horror second, And rightfully so, because you kind of grow. If you've seen the first two films, Insidious 1 and 2, you kind of grow with this, grow to love these people and you care for them. It's just in this one, it takes so long for the horror to kick in. They have like little moments of creepiness, but they never really even like go all the way with the creepiness. Even from the opening shot, the opening, part of the movie, it's like it comes to a pause until later on. And it's more about Patrick Wilson and his son Dalton and their relationship and what's happened to them early on in their life. And, the Red Door reopens and all that. But they really just don't really explain that all that well. There is something that like triggers it, but there should have been something more. There wasn't layers to this movie that it needed. You know, there wasn't that decent amount of twists. There's some people that get too much screen time that where their story goes nowhere. You know, and I overall I thought it was a good one-time watch. Would I watch it again? Probably not, unless I'm doing like a marathon thing and catching it, you know, years down the line. I do want to rewatch all the Insidious movies because I haven't seen the third one, but I've seen the first two. I don't remember much about the second one. I need to rewatch it. I watched the Key. What is it? The Skeleton Key or whatever that one was. The fourth one. So yeah, I've never been the biggest Insidious fan. So I was hoping that this one was going to be this big epic conclusion, and they showed the red demon again, and they made this seem like this very threatening thing, even though the red demon looks like Darth Maul from the Phantom Menace. And slightly on the side, if you get a glimpse of the red demon, he kind of looks like Freddy Krueger a little bit too. I've always said that. Like, I'm like, he's got a little Freddy Darth Maul thing going on here. But they really don't even do that many interesting things with the red demon. And that's what I didn't like, is that as soon as this movie was finally kicking in and we're getting to go and we're getting some creepiness, it's like it just ends too quick. It's like it doesn't feel like an ending. I mean, I know they try to wrap some stuff up and just kind of make it about the family and all that kind of stuff, but it just still feels like, you know, we talked about it over on I Shot Him 6 Times channel. It feels unfulfillment. It is. It's missing something. It's missing those layers. And I don't want to fault like Patrick Wilson for him directing this movie and say he did a poorly choice. Like no, I think he did an okay job as far as directing. But maybe somebody else needed to direct the conclusion, you know, especially if this is your end game. If this is your end game, then we need James Wan back in that directing chair, or Lee Winnell. You know, I honestly, you know how badass it would be if they like rebooted Insidious later on down the road and they put, let's say, Sam Raimi in the chair with what he does with the Evil Dead franchise. Think about bringing that sauce over here to the Insidious franchise. And maybe that's what Insidious needs. We need it spiced up a little bit. We need that extra layer, you know. I wanted some twist up in there, you know. And it's like everything kind of falls flat. And I don't want to give away, if you haven't, I'm not going to give away too many spoilers or anything. It has been out over the weekend. I saw it Thursday night. It was okay. It was okay. I think that the pacing was a little off. I think it could have been shorter, or it felt like it was over 2 hours just because it's just a slow pace starting off. And I think there needed to be more scares scattered out throughout. And I think there just needed to be that extra layer. There's one character in there called Nick the Dick. And there's something that goes on with this fraternity house and a ghost. And I thought they were going to go one way with it. And it's like they just abandoned that subplot. They just abandon it. They don't even go back to it. They don't touch about it. Nothing. Like there's just certain things they could have done. I mean, maybe it was in the original script and they had to cut it for running time or something. That happens. Maybe there's going to be some deleted scenes when we get the physical media. We'll see. But it's that's how I feel about it. All right. I really don't think it's over. It might be over for the Lambert family. This is their conclusion. But everybody felt like a cameo. Everybody that was returning felt like it, besides Patrick Wilson and Ty Simpkins. And I have to give credit where credit's due. The movie would have been complete boring if there was not the Chris character in it. And that's like Ty Simpkins, Dalton's roommate. She was phenomenal. She was funny. She was charming. She you felt that was probably the only character you really felt like that was probably in danger. I thought they were going to go somewhere else with her character, but just me being a writer and wanting to be a film director, a horror film director, I just thought that I was like, ooh, that was there was just some missed opportunities here and there that could have just taken this movie just up a couple notches. But no, it's just middle of the road. It's just average, maybe slightly below average, but it's not an awful movie. It's a one-time watch. It's not The Conjuring. And I never thought that. I always thought that in the Insidious franchise always got more recognition than it really deserved. I just, I don't know. I have to go back. Some great ideas, some great creativity. They just don't do enough with it that I feel like they should. And maybe this needs a new writer and a new director. Somebody else to take this this franchise to the next level. And if I had to pick, I think that Sam Raimi could really... Would it be too close to his material with Evil Dead? Maybe just a little bit. He might get it, he might make it a little too spicy. But I think that's what this franchise needs. I think it's haltering it. And if they stay with the PG... I mean, even with PG-13, Sam Raimi knows how to do a PG-13 horror movie. Look at Drag Me to Hell. Drag Me to Hell, yeah, it was bonkers, but they had some creepy imagery in there, and it was crazy. It had its gross moments. It was a really, in my opinion, Drag Me to Hell is a perfect example of PG-13 horror. You go in thinking it's going to be a little bit tame. It's going to be, they're not going to go too far with it, but they push the boundaries for PG-13. And I just think that we need that type of cinematography. We need that touch to Insidious. So, yeah. If you want to go see a drama, go see Insidious: The Red Door. But like, even the conclusion, I just don't feel like it's over. And I hope it's not. I hope we just go somewhere else with it. Maybe the Lambert family is done for. That this is their conclusion, and we can move on. And hopefully, I would like to see Chris's character come back, Dalton's roommate. I think she would be great. She's experienced this a little bit. I don't even remember it, but it was told to me over the weekend that Jenna Ortega was actually in Insidious Chapter 2. So I want to go back and rewatch Chapter 2 because I barely remember. I don't even think I've watched it all the way through. So I'm curious to see, her starting in horror at such a young age and seeing her where she is today. She's blowing up, Scream, Beetlejuice 2, which we're going to talk about here soon, and X, and she's Wednesday on Netflix. I mean, she's just... It's cool to see these stars where they were at a young age and where they are now. And she obviously has a love for horror. And you know what? I love her for that. Because she's a really talented actress. So yeah, have you had a chance to see Insidious: The Red Door? Sorry for going on for that little rant. I just had to get all my thoughts out there. What did you think about it? Are you a fan of Insidious? And which one's your favorite? Which one is your favorite out of the entire franchise? Because I have not seen 3. Is 3 worth going to see? Should I rewatch that one? I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that's a prequel, right? I own it. For some reason, I just never got around to watching it. So yeah. And I think these movies also hit me at a time where we were so oversaturated with paranormal movies, exorcism movies, ghost films, and I was just burned out. I was so burned out with all that stuff. And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you already know that like slashers is my jam. But I do like me a good scary paranormal movie. I just want it to be done right, and I want it to be actual scary. I don't want things that's going to take me out of it. And I don't like loose ends when it comes to those kind of movies. Don't be a Ghost Hunters episode and show me all these different things, but not really show me anything. That's why I never got into Ghost Hunters or any of those shows, because I just felt like I was like, it just all felt staged. I just didn't believe anything, and you really don't get a conclusion from it. So yeah, yeah, that's my little rant and review on Insidious: The Red Door. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. So yeah, I had to get that out there. I meant to put the main review out this weekend, but I've been just so busy with live streams and being on other people's channels. I just not enough hours in the day. So there you go. You got my full review right here on your daily dose of horror. So we're gonna go back to the comment section, see what you guys and ladies are talking about, and then we'll get on to our second topic of the day. So let's see here. We got Jen Warner's in the house. Please remember to like the stream and subscribe if you have not. Thank you, Jen. Thank you so much. You know, there's certain people that I can just always count on. Jen, Larry, Val, Denisha, Kirsten. Y'all are all so great. Y'all are something. I don't know. Y'all are the fam, and I'm gonna come up with a name for all of us, the horror fam or something. You know, that's kind of easy. I'm gonna come up with something more creative. So let's see here. Larry Warner says, I had the same feeling about the original. I'm not too excited to see this one, but I'll definitely check it out when it hits streaming. See, okay, yeah, Larry, a lot of times we do agree on horror movies and like our views on it and stuff. Like if you're a horror fan, like you're actually looking for certain moments that's going to wow you. Insidious just never did that. It just never took it there, you know. It's like almost like they were too scared to go there, you know. And I don't feel like the stakes are high enough, you know. I feel like it's almost like the tones are almost a little different. Like they want to be a drama, they want to get serious, and then they do certain things in the first one that kind of took me out of it, you know. But then it ends on a good note, from what I remember. It's just Insidious. I just always felt like, I don't know. I always thought that it just kind of got too much recognition. But there was a lot of people out there. You got your Insidious fans out there. They love it. But it makes me wonder, have you ever seen a horror movie before? But that's not hating on anybody, because James Wan is one of the best in the biz. Lee Winnell is as well. So I don't like hating on movies too much. But sometimes us critics give too much recognition where it's not deserved. Or maybe they're just not, you know, as familiar with horror. You know, they might have checked Insidious out before they saw The Conjuring or Paranormal Activity or something like that. So yeah, The Conjuring is still up there for me, especially over Insidious. But yeah, yeah, Larry, I agree with you. I assume it will probably hit streaming pretty quick, or at least buy it on digital pretty quick. So yeah, let's see who else is in the house. Let me make sure that I'm saying this right. He, she, we, big boobs. Okay, nice name. Welcome to your daily dose of horror. I thought this was a direct follow-up to the second one, with the new family getting sucked into the Lambert's issues. Chapter 2 ends with Elise seeing something bad and saying, oh my God. Yeah, you know, that's why I need to see Chapter 2 again, is because I really don't remember that ending. And I'm hearing that they don't even touch on that. So yeah, I'm really curious as well, you know, like I don't know. We'll see. We will see, you know. I honestly don't think the Lambert family, like this might be Patrick Wilson's last time out, or maybe the wife's name. Ooh, her name's escaping me right now. Let me know in the comment section. Rose Byrne. It might be their last time out, but I really don't think that this is Dalton's last time out. Maybe he'll carry on the franchise, because if you look at the credits, I thought it was kind of odd that they put his name first before Patrick Wilson's. So they were trying to make it look like this is Dalton's movie. Like they're trying to make a name for him, you know? So maybe he is going to be taking this on. But they did say that this, franchise is going to go on a hiatus for a while. So we'll see where they go. I have to rewatch Chapter 2. That's on my list for this week to watch. So I really can't comment on it, but I have heard that there's certain things that they just don't even touch on. So yeah. See, I have no idea. I have no idea. I have to rewatch it. We got a new member in the house. Larry Warner just became a member. Thank you, Larry. Super awesome of you. Thank you so much, Larry. If you want to become a member, you can hit the member button right there at the bottom and become a stationeer. We haven't heard that name in a while, right? And get exclusive content. You also get to come on live streams with me, and we do watch parties, and you can watch it with us and discuss the film with the audience and be on the live stream with me. And sometimes we have some other guests of other channels, so you might be able to be introduced on live to other content creators. So you never know what you're going to get here at Destination Station. And also you get to request horror movies that you want me to review and do watch parties of. So yeah, consider subscribing. We will have other things that you can request. I am working on my member stuff right now, and a bunch of merch and stuff like that. I got to change some stuff up here. But yeah, thank you so much. If you want to become a member, if you're interested in any of that stuff, consider becoming a member. So yeah, thank you, Larry. Larry's awesome. Thank you so much, brother. All right, let's see, what else were we talking about with Insidious? Yeah, I'm really curious what y'all think about the Insidious franchise. So I've heard that Insidious Chapter 2 is way better than Insidious 1. Let me know. Is that true? Because the only thing I really remember from Insidious Chapter 2 is the little kid in the cupboard that like runs out or something. It was kind of like a little jump scare or something. That's really all I really remember. So I know I definitely need to check it out. He, she, we big boobs says, Jenna played the same role in Chapter 2 as she did in Iron Man 3. She's a paralyzed person in a wheelchair. Oh, dang. Okay. Wow. All right. Yeah, I definitely want to check it out. Absolutely. I might watch Insidious Chapter 2 today, just kind of like put it in the background or something, or is it something I need to like really focus on, like sit there and watch and don't be distracted with nothing? Or can it be one of those movies that's kind of like a little bit of a background noise? Jim Warner said, Destin, what is Beetlejuice? You don't know Beetleguise, Beetlejuice, Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder? Yeah, Beetlejuice. Yeah, a lot of people don't know this. Beetlejuice is the real spelling. Not a lot of people are aware. Yeah. So yeah, the real name of it is Beetleguise. So Beetlejuice is it's just how it's spelled in the movie. So yeah, it's kind of like Pet Cemetery, how they didn't spell that right. So yeah. And that leads us into our second topic of the day. Beetlejuice 2 set photos show Winona Ryder and Jenna Ortega in character. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I grew up watching Beetlejuice. I absolutely loved it. Michael Keaton, this is probably one of his best roles ever. Michael Keaton always kills it in everything that he's in. But Beetlejuice 2 has been on again, off again for so many years. And, especially like, Winona Ryder, she's gotten, she's kind of coming back up in fame with Stranger Things show on Netflix. And they probably just needed the right script as well. So I'm so excited to see this movie finally getting made. And they're on the film right now. Here's some behind the scenes photos. Jenna Ortega and Winona Ryder seen filming wedding scene of Beetlejuice 2. It looks like Jenna Ortega is getting married in this one. So, I don't know what they're going to be doing with this. I mean, here Beetlejuice is trying to marry Winona Ryder's character. So it makes me think that like maybe her daughter is in some type of similar issue, like maybe her husband isn't who he's all set out to be. Maybe we have like a secret villain or something, and her mom's trying to save her. And then I just want to see how Michael Keaton's what he's gonna do in this, because we haven't seen anything of Michael Keaton being back as Beetlejuice, and I hope we get more screen time with Beetlejuice. In the first one, those were like the best parts of the movie. I mean, it had like great creativity all over that movie, but when he comes on screen, it's some of the funniest things. And I'm wondering, are they going to portray Beetlejuice this time as a bad guy or a good guy, or is he going to be like an anti-villain or something? Like is he going to be bad but he has to be good, like they need his help for something and there's like a greater threat? I don't know which way they're going to go, but when more stuff comes out about it, it'll be right here on Daily Dose of Horror. I will keep you updated on it. But this is what they're saying over on Bloody Disgusting. Filming is now underway. Tim Burton's Beetlejuice 2 over in England, and shared some photos from the set this week that cast an illuminating light on what Winona Ryder's Lydia Dietz and her daughter Jenna Ortega may be up to in the anticipated sequel. It says, don't scroll down if you'd like to be surprised, but the image above from the Tim Burton's original film gives a hint on potential plot points in the upcoming sequel. Ryder's Lydia Dietz was, of course, the central protagonist in the 1988 classic. Wow, it's so crazy to think that this movie was made in 1988. I was born in 86. But I can't believe it's been that long. And her iconic goth black hair with pointed bangs, and this is kind of hard to even see. Like I need a more HD of this, so it's kind of like faded a little bit. I don't know if it is on y'all's end, but it is for me. Pointed bangs back in action. These early sneak peek shots. Warner Brother brings the sequel to theaters September 6, 2024. Okay, so we'll be getting this next year. Kind of wish it was a little bit sooner, but they probably want to be as close to Halloween as possible. So yeah, Ortega is big with Wednesday, Scream 6, Scream 5. Joining is Michael Keaton in the long-awaited sequel with Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, both returning. That's good that Catherine O'Hara is coming back. Monica Bellucci will be playing Beetlejuice's wife. That's interesting. Monica Bellucci is a really good actress. She's beautiful. But Beetlejuice having a wife. So are we getting like maybe some double comedic stuff, like them playing off each other and stuff? I think that's kind of cool. I'm kind of interested to see where that's going to go. No word yet on plot details, but it's known that Jenna Ortega will be playing the daughter of Lydia Dietz. It seems like daughter might be following in mom's footsteps with a wedding, but her happy smiles indicate her husband to be likely won't be Beetlejuice. See, that's what I was wondering. I was like, all right, so they're doing the whole wedding thing again. So what are they doing here? Keaton recently said, we're doing it exactly like we did the first movie. There's a woman in the great waiting room for the afterlife, literally with a fishing line. I want people to know this because I love it. Tugging on the tail of a cat to make it move. Yeah, Willem Dafoe and Justin Theroux recently joined the cast. Wow, I did not know that. With frequent Burton collaborator Danny Elfman's back. That's going to be great to score the film. So yeah, they got a great team here putting this together. It might be something special, something like this that's been like on hiatus for so long. It makes me hesitant, and it makes me wonder. I mean, I know they did like a Beetlejuice cartoon back in the day, and I watched some of it, but it wasn't really my thing. Beetlejuice is such a classic, and it's like I don't want to get too hyped about it because, we all seen what's happened with Ghostbusters. And, some of it's like, you kind of want to lower your expectations a little bit. But this sounds really good. They got a really great cast. I'm really curious of what Willem Dafoe's character is going to be, because he is such an underrated actor. He's amazing. So, yeah. I'd like to know the budget on this film. I could probably look that up, but I'm not going to do it right now. But yeah. So yeah, what do y'all think about Beetlejuice 2? Do you think that this is with Jenna Ortega getting married? Do you think that this is going to be like a mother-daughter, like a mother trying to save her daughter or something like that? Like I wonder if it's going to be Jenna Ortega that passes away. Like maybe she dies on her wedding day or something. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Or, maybe her husband is not a good person, Like, I'm just curious of which way they're going to go about it, And maybe her mom has to summons Beetlejuice to get her daughter back. That's what I'm thinking. Because just like thinking about it right now, and I have no idea if this is going to happen. But I could see Jenna Ortega and her husband getting married and like the movie opening that way or something, and they're driving away, just married on the car or something, and they have a wreck, or they go off that bridge, that iconic bridge, because I have seen some people say that bridge is back, like there's some TikTok videos out there. It's people are like filming on that bridge. They rebuilt that bridge so I'm pretty sure that's going to be in the movie. So yeah. Is it like a fate thing? Like, I don't know. I'm wondering how is Catherine O'Hara going to come back and how is she going to play a role? Like, is she going to be like paranoid or, it's going to be like granddaughter, mother, granddaughter. I mean, like grandmother, daughter, grandmother, or granddaughter. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? Are y'all excited for Beetlejuice 2? And what direction do you think they're going in? Do you think they got a good team? Or is it just like too little too late for this to come back? We just saw Michael Keaton recently in the Flash movie, which he was probably the best part of the whole entire movie. It was great. Everyone's been wanting to see him back on the big screen. I wish we got another standalone Michael Keaton Batman movie alone. Like, that's what I really want. So yeah, let me know in the comment section. Are you excited to see him back? And with Monica Bellucci being Beetlejuice's wife, how is that going to work? I mean, like, I'm just curious how maybe Beetlejuice has found love, because that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to get married in the first one to Lydia. So if he's married and Monica Bellucci is his wife, he might have a better heart now, like, that's what I'm saying. They might be bringing him to where he's less of a villain and more of a hero in this one. And maybe there's like a greater death threat or something. Because even with Beetlejuice being a bad guy in the first one, pretty much, you still love the guy. Like, he's just likable. I want some really funny scenes. That's what I want. I don't want it to fall flat. Let's see here. Larry Warner, not sure when my membership stopped renewing. I had to fix that. Oh, bro. I actually, to touch on that real quick, I actually got demonetized like earlier this year over some Scream content. And then I fixed it, and then I appealed it, and everything went paused. Like, even all the money that I had in my account and everything for my channel, everything got paused. And I had to wait like over 3 months to get to even reapply. So luckily I'm back. So yeah, that's probably what happened. Everything just kind of got cut off. Like I said, YouTube is some baby back BS, and that's why I need y'all to smash that like button and share this anywhere and everywhere so we can fight the algorithm. Because right now, since all that has happened, I am fighting this algorithm bad. So yeah, it helps this channel and helps these videos get more recognition out there. YouTube will recommend them to other viewers. So Yeah, that's probably what happened. That's what I'm assuming. Yeah, it happens. It happens. No biggie at all. Really appreciate y'all for sure. He, she, we, Big Boo says saw Beetlejuice in theaters 2 Octobers ago. Oh, okay, so they brought it back to theaters. That's pretty cool. I would like to see Beetlejuice on the big screen. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I need to rewatch it too. It's so good. I need to introduce it to my kids. I think that's a good. I say it's a good entryway into horror, even though how comedy it is. But you know, my kids are way into horror already. They're like Scream fanatics and Halloween fanatics and everything like that. So Beetlejuice it's gonna have to hit with them on the comedy, which I think it will. Johnny Austin's in the house all the way from Facebook. What are you doing up this morning, buddy? You want your daily dose of horror? Everybody shout out Johnny Austin and give him a big shout out and welcome. That's actually my old commander, my old boss that I used to work for. So yeah, welcome. He, she, we, Big Boobs. I love when I'll never get over that name. That's such a crazy name. I love when he calls Gina Davis a bitch under his breath. Yeah, Michael Keaton was crazy, and that's what I'm saying. It's like I hope he is still that crazy. You know, I hope he's not like they don't bring him back a little bit. You know, like he's not as goofy as he was, or blunt and you know, he was like borderline. He was pretty disrespectful, but it was funny the way he did it. Gina Davis would be, Gina Davis would be. I wish she was back. I really do. Or even, you know, Alec Baldwin. He's going through some stuff right now, but I definitely Gina Davis. I wish she was back. That would be really cool. If, like, she's in an after credit scene or something, and they got like bigger plans to make a sequel after Beetlejuice 2. That'd be cool. Because she definitely was the big part of Beetlejuice. Tarek Steven, they should leave it alone, in my opinion. Yeah, see, you know, that's a great point, because sometimes whenever you try to reboot these classics, these big IP movies from back in the day that were so good standalone, you know, when you do it, it's like you're almost like you're not gonna please all audiences, you know. Like, you got your hardcore fans, and then you got your casual moviegoers, and you got to win over those hardcore fans for sure. But like, it has to live up, you know. They have to have a really good script, and it makes me worried as well. It's like, should it be just left alone? Because is it too little, too late to really reboot this thing? So I'm right there with you, man. I'm curious. I'm hoping for the best, but I am kind of lowering my expectations, especially after seeing the reboots of Ghostbusters. I kind of compare it to that because, you know, they had a Ghostbusters excuse me. They had a Ghostbusters cartoon as well, just like they did a Beetlejuice cartoon. And they were both classics, and then they rebooted and it just doesn't live up, you know. It's kind of weak is what I'm trying to say. So I don't want Beetlejuice 2 to be weak. I think it'll be good, but I think it's impossible to be better than the first one. Valview says, I did see in an article that they are mother-daughter, but nothing really on the storyline. Yeah, they're kind of keeping the storyline under wraps. With the whole wedding stuff and everything, it kind of makes me think that something's going to happen to Jenna tragically, and that's why Winona has to reach back out to Beetlejuice or something, you know? I could see, like, I don't know, but I could see, like, Willem Dafoe's character being, like, a detective or something like that, or maybe even, like, he might be the villain, you know? He might be the main villain of the movie, and that's who they're up against. So, I don't know. We'll see. Val says, I see she has the Lydia bangs still going on in this movie. Yep. Yeah, she does. Yeah, and she's still all, like, dressed in black, too. Like, even Like, it's like you don't want a little bit of color in your, it would be cool if like the movie starts off and she's like out of that goth stage, like out of the darkness, and she's kind of like wearing like vibrant colors, like spring type colors or something. But if something does happen to her daughter Jenna, then she gets all back dark again or something, but she might have still just wearing all black and being goth. Dirk Diggler's in the house. What's up, Dirk? Is Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin coming back? Not at this time. I don't think they're attached to the original cast. I really think that Gina Davis should come back, at least if they're going to go into a sequel, like bring her back somewhere. She might have like a cameo or something, but I think it'd be really cool to have her back. Gina Davis does not get enough recognition. She is a really talented actress. She's been great in almost everything she's been in. I heard she's really good in the Exorcist TV show, which I've never watched, but a lot of people tell me I should, at least that first season. So yeah, I'm really curious to see how that is. I know that she has been on a talk show recently and talked about how she would like to come back and do, what's that movie, The Goodnight Kiss or whatever, with her and Samuel L. Jackson. She has expressed interest to do another sequel to that. Like her and Samuel L. have like talked about it for years. Like they want to get it off the ground. So that's a really cool action movie if you haven't seen. And it's a different side of Gina Davis than you've ever seen too. She's kind of a badass in that movie. A League of Their Own. If you've never seen that, like that movie with her and Tom Hanks, that movie's just gold. That's a classic as well. Have not seen the show of A League of Their Own though. I might try to check that out. I don't know if it's any good. Actually, I kind of forgot about it until we just talked about it. He, she, we, Big Boo says, the reason for marriage was so he can walk the earth as the demon he is. It's the spiritual way of getting permission to come back to life. Oh, wow. So I wonder if I wonder if Monica Bellucci, maybe he just gave up on that. Maybe he just married somebody in the afterlife or something, I don't know how Monica Bellucci is going to play in that, or maybe he is out in the real world. I don't know. So they are hiding a lot of stuff. So I just hope that it is very creative and something really original, like it's not going to be, we're not retreading the same exact storyline as the first one. Come on. I hope it's something unique. Need a living person to leave the waiting room. That's right. You're absolutely right. So maybe if that did happen, and they're already saying that Monica Bellucci is his wife, why would they give that away that early? Like that's something you want to see on screen, like that should be a surprise in the movie. Or is the movie going to start off that he's already married, and is he already out in the afterlife, or what? I'm really curious. Yo, boss. Val says, please remember to hit that like button. Thank you so much, Val. I really do appreciate that. Yeah. Just saying it once again, just got to reiterate it. Yeah, just smash that like button if you're just passing through. It really does help out the algorithm and everything. Thank you so much, Val. I can always count on you. That's a lot of sometimes, considering Disney spoiled Star Wars, Indie, Willow, Marvel, even their own OG cartoons, and etc. That's what happens whenever you get different hands on it, and they try to put their spin on it. Yeah, they do spoil a lot of stuff. I have not finished watching Willow, but I did watch like the first 2 episodes, and I was kind of impressed of what I saw. It was kind of better. I know that they already canceled it, but like after Endgame, Marvel definitely is going downhill. Indie was kind of a letdown for me. I mean, I liked what I saw, but I didn't really like the way that concluded. And some of the stuff that they did, especially in that third act. Star Wars, I've never been the biggest Star Wars fan, but I felt like they could have done better. I felt like I wish they still, one thing that I wish the Star Wars movies did was bring back that fighting that they had in the prequels, like I think that would have been really cool. Like that whole Darth Maul fight and everything, just the way the lightsaber fights were, like they were a little bit more, what do you call it? Like, kung fu style, I guess you would say. But I'm not to say that the prequels were great either. I'm just saying that, like, I wish they would have picked a better fighting style. So yeah. Val says Gina Davis was awesome in the Exorcist TV series. That's what I'm hearing. I need to check it out. I need to check out the Exorcist TV series. That's on my radar. I'm trying to catch up with all this stuff that I never watched, back in the past. I'm there's a lot of stuff that, like I said, that's the point of this show, the Daily Dose of Horror, is to put this kind of stuff on your radar. And, y'all can learn from me, and maybe I can learn from y'all, and we can put some stuff on our radar that might not get enough shine, like that's the point of this. And I'm trying to catch up with some of that stuff that I for some reason, it just went under the radar for me, and I just didn't get around to watching it. So yeah, it's all about The Fly, though. Yeah, The Fly is a classic for sure. So yeah. Let's go on to our third topic of the day, which is The Nun 2. The Nun 2 trailer has dropped. Valak, the demonic nun, is back in the habit this September. So yeah, this kind of snuck up on me. This really did sneak up on me. I saw the trailer, came out like sometime last week, and then it was at the beginning also of Insidious Insidious The Red Door. And I was actually impressed with what I saw. Like, it kind of got me. It looks like it's going to be a little bit more creative. I know that, a lot of people aren't the biggest fans of the first Nun. It is like the highest grossing, which is crazy. It's the highest grossing film in the Conjuring universe, up next to The Conjuring, the original Conjuring. So it was bound to happen that we were going to get a sequel, And also the trailer is also in the description down below if you want to check it out. If you have not seen the Nun trailer, the Nun 2 trailer, I did put a link to that trailer down below so you can check it out easily. I would like to know your thoughts on it, because I actually I think Valak is a great character. I think that it's when Valak was introduced in The Conjuring 2, it was some of the creepiest parts of it, and I'm glad that they spun off and did their own thing. And these are kind of like a period piece, so I kind of like that as well. The lady that plays the Nun too, plays the Nun, I just met her at Texas Frightmare and hung out with her at the hotel bar and had some drinks with her. And I when I say this movie snuck up on me, I actually went up to her and was like, "Hey, are you going to be in the Nun too?" And she kind of gave me some shit for good reason. I didn't know that this movie, I knew that they were in talks about it, but I didn't know it was already in production and already being made, and pretty much done, it's all in post-production. And now we just got a trailer. So I'm like, wow, this really snuck up on me. So like, we're getting this in September. It's crazy. I for some reason, it just kind of slipped my mind. But say what you want about the first Nun movie, I think they're going to right their wrongs from the first film. The first one did have its flaws. It wasn't as scary as they showed Valak in The Conjuring 2. But I'm thinking that they're going to right their wrongs in this one. I think they've listened to the fan base. I don't want to give this movie too much credit and get too hyped for it, because it might be a letdown too. I hope it's not. I really do. I hope it's not a letdown. I want it to be right, especially after coming off Insidious. We need it. We need a good. If we're gonna go back in the demonic and paranormal realm and all this, please let the Nun 2 be good, because we do need a banger. And and then like right after this, we're getting Saw 10, and Tobin Bell's back for that. So I'm hoping that's going to be good too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm so worried that like these horror movies that are coming up, that are these big IPs that are coming up this year, coming off of Insidious, I hope there's nowhere else to go but up. I hope we don't go down from there. That's all I'm saying. Scream 6, that was up. That was fun. Evil Dead Rise, great. Haven't watched Malum. everyone says I need to watch Malum. That's on my radar. I really want to check it out. So yeah, I still need to see Infinity Pool. There's still some other, horror movies out there that I just haven't got around to watching, but they are definitely on my radar. And The Nun 2, I will be going to the theaters and checking it out. And any news that comes out about The Nun 2, I will put it right here on Daily Dose of Horror. I will keep you updated. So let's see what Bloody Disgusting is saying about it. I can barely read this. I have to make this print a lot bigger next time. The darkest and most financially successful chapter in the Conjuring universe continues in The Nun 2 this Halloween season, and the official teaser trailer has arrived, which is also, like I said, if you haven't seen the trailer, link is in the description below. Go check it out, and then give me your thoughts here on this Daily Dose of Horror show. Valak returns in The Nun 2 from director Michael Chavez, Curse of La Llorona, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, and you can watch the suspenseful trailer below, teaser below. So that right there makes me hesitant. Me reading this is the first time I'm reading this. I like everything to be fresh whenever I'm reading it to y'all and learning about it. Curse of La Llorona. I heard it was like secretly in the Conjuring universe, but they didn't market it that way. But there's certain characters in that movie that is connected to the Conjuring universe. I own it. It was just one of those movies that also went under the radar, and I just never got around to seeing it, and I didn't hear good word of mouth, so I didn't get excited. And then The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. A lot of people don't like it. I actually didn't mind Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. I knew going in it was going to be something different than the first two films. They even spoke about that before it came out. So maybe I had my expectations lowered before I walked into it. But I mean, it was okay. It was okay. But if that's who's directing The Nun 2, that kind of brings my expectations down just a little bit, because both of those movies, Curse of La Llorona and The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, is probably some of the weakest entries, or weakest horror movies. I wouldn't say the weakest, but they didn't live up. So hopefully even the director is righting some of his wrongs, and he makes this one a hit. He makes this one scary, hopefully he's not just doing it as a job. He actually cares about the product. So yeah. Anna Popplewell, the Chronicles of Narnia franchise, Caitlin Rose Downey, Clean Sweep have joined the cast of James Wan's produced sequel, which is filming now. Tessa Farmiga will be back as Sister Irene with Bonnie Aarons. Bonnie Aarons is the lady that plays the nun. Again, playing the demonic nun known as Valak. Storm Reed from Euphoria will be leading the sequel cast. Bonnie Aarons is so crazy. When I say Bonnie Aarons likes to drink, like she will drink you under the table. She's over there taking shots. She's the loudest person in the room. She's just out there, but she's such a cool chick. She is awesome. It was just kind of cool that, having some drinks with her and meeting her at the hotel bar, just kind of like hanging out for a little bit was awesome. I love doing that at these conventions. If you go to conventions and stuff, try to get a room or be at a hotel where a lot of the cast, a lot of the celebrities are going to be, because they're going to be drinking in that hotel bar, and you'll be able to hang out and talk to them, and get to know them a little bit better instead of just going through a line. And a lot of times you can, instead of paying for a picture, or something, and getting 2 minutes of a celebrity's time, you can hang out all night with them. James Drew Courtney, he was doing that. Damien Leone from Terrifier was doing that. Like, there were so many that was there that was just hanging out. Anyways, The Nun 2 will arrive in theaters on September 8, 2023. So yeah, it's going to be here before you know it. Here's the first Nun 2 plot synopsis. 1956 France, a priest is murdered and evil is spreading. The sequel to the worldwide smash hit The Nun follows Sister Irene as she once again comes face to face with the demonic force Valak, the demon nun. The demon nun. The first film ended with the Sister Irene and Maurice escaping. Only Maurice was now possessed by Valak. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, I remember the ending of that movie. Chavez recently told Maurice made his way to France and he's working at this boarding school as kind of, I can barely see this, kind of a handyman, says Chavez. He has a friendship and a flirtation with one of the teachers there, and you can see him starting to mature. So that's where our characters start out, but we know from the first film that there's something terrible inside of him, that Valak escaped within him, and events pull Irene back on this conclusion course with her old friend. That's kind of cool. Okay. Back in 2018, The Nun scared up a whopping $365 million at the worldwide box office, all but ensuring that we hadn't seen the last of the demonic nun known as Valak. Yeah, it was just a matter of time to get this back. Screenplay is by Ian Goldberg and Richard Nanning, who does the Autopsy of Jane Doe. Really underrated horror movie. If you have not seen the Autopsy of Jane Doe, check it out. Really cool movie. Akilah Cooper, who wrote Megan and Malignant. That's pretty cool. If they got some good writers on this, then maybe this movie is going to shine. I think that, all of those movies are pretty well written, pretty cool. They have layers to them. So that's what I'm hoping with The Nun 2, is that it's going to have layers, and it's going to be a lot better than the first one. Like, I hope it's not a dud. I really don't. I really think that we need James Wan or Lee Winnell back in the directing chair. With the Conjuring universe, like, James Wan really needs, I know he's more producing now and stuff, but like, I really want to see him back in the director's chair and do some really cool stuff. I really do. So what do you think about The Nun 2? Are you excited to see it? Have you checked out the trailer? If you haven't, like I said earlier, the link to the trailer is down below. You can check it out very easy. I'm excited for this, honestly. I'm not too excited for it, but I'm glad we're getting something. I think I'm more excited because it was like it snuck up on me. I'm kind of surprised by it. I'm like, oh, we got another horror movie coming out. Cool. Like, I just didn't know we were getting it this soon. So yeah. Spoil equals bad creativity. Not like, they leak spoilers. Like, they overall ruined a lot of gold. Yeah. It's like sometimes I wonder if these directors and these filmmakers are actually fans of the movie they're making or the franchise that they're being a part of. Valview says that trailer was just wow. Yeah, it'll get you. Like the magazine thing was really creative. I loved that. That was so cool. And then, climbing through that hole or that vent to go into the other room and to see what happens, like that jump. I was like, man, that got me. Like, I'm ready for this. I hope it's just scary. Make it frightening. Getting scared is the feeling of feeling alive. There's just something about it. And a movie to scare you is so few and far between. And I hope this one does it, because The Nun 2 is such a great character and was so well orchestrated in Conjuring 2. I want it to live up to that. Bring Valak that scary, like in The Conjuring 2. Speaking of, we will be watching The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2 in the next couple weeks, so stay tuned for those watch parties. Really looking forward to revisiting those. Michael Joe's in the house, 2 first names. Sup, Destin? Sup, Destination? What's up, man? You got like one of them action star hero names, with 2 first names. Michael Joe, starring Michael Joe. Saves the day, saves the volcano. I don't know. Yeah. Val says the Conjuring universe is my favorite in the genre. Yeah, mine too. I like paranormal too. I like Paranormal Activity. That especially that first one. The first and the third are my favorite in the paranormal movies. But yeah, the Conjuring, as far as like cinematic, yeah, especially that first movie. I still have yet to see a paranormal type movie live up to that creativity. And it had some really good jump scares, and the movie hardly has any cussing, if at any. I don't even think it has any cussing in it. It's rated R strictly because of how terrifying it is, and maybe it's based off of true events. So I always wondered, like, why'd they go the PG-13 route with Insidious, but they went rated R with The Conjuring? And maybe it is because it's based off true events, but we've had other movies based off true events that were PG-13, so I don't know. Val says Valak scares the shit out of me. It does. I mean, it's a very creepy character, and just the look. Like, I almost got kind of scared meeting the actress that played it. Like, she has a very unique look. She is a pretty lady, but she's definitely got a very unique look, and you can't help but see the nun in her. Like, great casting. Yeah, it's scary. My buddy Marcus, I shot him 6 times, is in the house. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, buddy. How is your morning? Hope you're enjoying your daily dose of horror. All your trending horror news right here in one place. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. Actually, we're supposed to be watching The Conjuring, Conjuring 2 over on I Shot Him 6 Times channel. Marcus has never really seen the first or second movie. He hasn't really gotten past the beginning of the first film, so I'm really looking forward. I'm more looking forward to seeing his reaction to it, because we have definitely been talking about a lot of underrated horror gems, and yeah, it's going to be really cool to see somebody with fresh eyes seeing The Conjuring, because I have not met too many people that has not seen the movie. So yeah, it's awesome. Denisha Lane said, hey, still just finished up my workout. I'm still here. Awesome, Denisha. Heck yeah. I hope you killed it this morning. I hope you got your sweat in and you feel great. That's how I am. Like, you have to do your workouts. You got to hit the gym like first thing in the morning, for me at least, or I will talk myself out of it. It has to be the first thing I do when I wake up. Larry Warner says, I love The Conjuring. I really hope we get the Valak from The Conjuring. That version is way better / creepier. Yes, that's what I was just saying, Larry. Like, I completely agree. The way that it was structured, the execution of Valak in The Conjuring 2 was so well done. And in that one scene, I don't want to give away stuff because some people might not seen The Conjuring 2 or whatever, but there's one scene with a picture with Valak that's still in my mind to today. Like, it got me. So unique, so creative, and scary. And that's with this Nun 2 trailer with the magazines. That's what I got. That got me. It reminded me of that painting scene. And I was like, oh man, like, that's why I got high. I hope it's good. I have high hopes for it. I'm actually excited to see the Nun 2. I really am. Let's see here. Phenomena is 100. Please treat yourself. What? I need to check that out. I'm not sure. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Yeah, awesome. Oh, this just jumped on me all the way back to the top. Hold on, let me get back to the comment section, and let's see if anything else has dropped this morning. It is after 9 o'clock Central. So yeah, if stuff does drop during the show, I will talk about it, but I'll talk more in depth about it tomorrow. But it looks like we also got, What We Do in the Shadows season 5. There's a review up for that, so I guess the season 5. I am a big fan of What We Do in the Shadows, especially the movie. So if you haven't seen the show, it's good too. Guillermo. Also, we got a trailer for Neon Noir's Galileo slasher. That's a wrap. I'm looking at this image. Hold on, let me see if I can grab this image and bring it over. Yo, and there's a trailer out for it too. I'm gonna have to watch this after the show for sure. Hold on. Let me just show you this. If you're a slasher fan, this looks wicked. Give me a second. Just give me 1 second. Let me bring it over to the stream. This is just dropped, and it will probably be on the show for episode 5 of Daily Dose of Horror tomorrow. So yeah, just give me 1 second. Let me bring it over. This looks. We always talk about like because this kind of caught my eye. Looks pretty sick. Bringing it up now. The trailer is out. It looks like so. We will probably be touching on this movie after I see the trailer, and I'll put a link to the trailer in tomorrow's episode. But yeah, check this out. Tell me that's not something crazy. that reminds me of that kill on Sorority Row with the champagne bottle or the wine bottle or whatever. Using a curl iron right down the throat. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Yeah. This might be something that needs to be on our radar. So yeah, this just dropped. So like I said, like that's what you'll get too with the Daily Dose of Horror episodes. Like if stuff drops during the episodes, I'm gonna touch base on it here. But we will go more in depth about that tomorrow. So yeah, be looking out. Subscribe to Destination Station. Like this video, and be back for Daily Dose of Horror episode 5 tomorrow, 8 a.m. Central. So yeah, let's get back to the comment section. I want to see what y'all thought about that. Let me catch up on this chat a little bit. You know this can get away from you. He, she, we, big boob says, I need Malignant 2 and 3. Yeah, I think that Malignant does need a sequel. I would love to see a sequel to it. I thought it was very creative. There's definitely layers to it. It's bonkers. We've talked about that movie recently a few times. It's good, and I think it's theatrical worthy. So like I know that it went to HBO Max or whatever when it first came out with what's going on in the world, but with it coming back, I hope it does get a theatrical run. You know, I would like to see the first Malignant movie on the big screen. I think that would be kind of cool. So yeah, definitely an interesting premise. Very crazy, but yeah. Jen Warner says, the only upcoming movie I am looking forward to is Dylan's New Nightmare. Is there a date yet? Jen, I'm right there with you. I want to see Dylan's New Nightmare so bad. I know that they showed it at a convention in Arizona this past weekend. I've seen a lot of people on TikTok and on social media covering the movie. They were going to show it then. And then they got Miko Hughes, the original kid from Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and the kid from, like Pet Sematary and what else? He was in Kindergarten Cop, really, he was a really cute kid. He was like one of those kids that was just like up and coming. But it's so cool to get Miko Hughes back to play his original character, and this is about him. And seeing Dave McRae as Freddy, I think it's going to kill it, because I have seen some things that he's done with Freddy before on his channel, and he's such a talented guy. Dave McRae is, if you're not subscribed to Dave McRae, do yourself a favor and subscribe to his channel, because he has great content, really smart individual. He's a big Fred head. Also Cecil over at the horror show, really, really talented people that I've looked up to and I watch regularly. So I would only wish to collab with these guys someday. And I would love to cover Dylan's New Nightmare on here. Like, I'm definitely going to, once I do get my hands on it and able to watch it, I am definitely going to give a review about it. Seems like it's going to be one of those top-notch fan films, especially getting the original actor back and everything. And we don't have enough Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street stuff out. So for somebody to actually bring this and do it during this hiatus of New Nightmare or Nightmare on Elm Street, you all know that I'm a big Fred head. Robert Englund, it was my Batman. Freddy Krueger was my Batman for sure. And I'm so looking forward to it. I can't wait. I feel like I'm more excited about Dylan's New Nightmare than I am any other horror movie for the rest of this year. And that's crazy because it's a fan film. But it looks good. It looks damn good. So, but, just, go into it expecting that it's not going to be a full-length feature. I think Cecil went on record, correct me if I'm wrong, that it's going to be only like 30 minutes, maybe 45. I can't remember. So it'd be like the beginning of what the idea of what they have. So I'm sure they got a full-length feature idea, but they're just doing this for now. It'd be so cool. I wonder, and I hope that Robert Englund checked out the movie, because he was at the convention also, which he's really busy at those conventions. I mean, he doesn't get a whole lot of time to step away, but it would be really cool. And I know it would be really special to Cecil and Dave McRae and all the company that worked on the film to have Robert Englund come over and like check out Dylan's New Nightmare. I know that would just mean so much to them, and it would be so awesome just to get that type of recognition. I Shot Him 6 Times says, I saw the trailer before Insidious started. It looks like it could be more interesting. I didn't like the first, but because it wasn't interesting enough for me. But the character has potential. Yeah, that's how I feel, Marcus, too. I think The Nun 2, I think Valak is definitely going to... I think it's going to be better this time around. And I'm really curious to see what you think about the character when you see The Conjuring 2. Yeah, but I'm right there with you, brother. Denisha says, yep, I watched for the first time. Don't Hang Up. You really met it, Marcus. Yeah, Don't Hang Up was pretty good. Yeah, that's an underrated gem. That's a movie that went under the radar. It's got some good, cool little twists. Kind of a Scream feel to it a little bit, Kirsten Marie's in the house. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Kirsten. Hope you are having a fantastic Monday and you don't have a case of the Mondays like some of us. We're all just trying to wake up and get our day started on the right foot with some horror news. Your trending horror news. I'm really looking forward to seeing what y'all thought about that image of That's a Wrap. And that's such a cool name for a movie too. So it makes me think that there's going to be like a filming I haven't looked into it. It just dropped some news about it. So that's why I wanted to bring it to y'all. So maybe we can talk on it tomorrow morning on episode 5 of Daily Dose of Horror. But I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah. Yeah, I Shot Him 6 Times says we are watching Conjuring Saturday, taking the shot like Alien or Allen Aversion with 0.1 seconds left in the game. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Saturday. Yes. Stay tuned. We are going to be watching The Conjuring this Saturday over on Marcus's channel. I Shot Him 6 Times. So yeah, if you're not subscribed to Marcus, I Shot Him 6 Times, do yourself a favor and subscribe to him. He has fantastic content, great theories. We became really good friends over this past year, and one of the better people in the community as far as like content creating. He's just up there, and I love it anytime we can collab on some stuff. So yeah, awesome. Let's see here. We have so many like creative content creators, like there's so many creativity people out there, and I love seeing it. I love seeing different people's views and theories and predictions on all these movies, and them, bringing light to some horror movies that I may never have heard of or seen, and I do the same back to them. So yeah, that's what we've been doing lately. Kirsten Marie says, I love The Nun. I'm excited for the next one. Yeah, me too, Kirsten. I think this one looks really good. Like this trailer kind of got me. The magazine stuff, like that was so cool. Climbing through that hole. Like I like the whole period piece of it too. Like we don't get enough horror movies like that. And I think they're going to right their wrongs in this one. I really do. They got some good writers on it. Larry says, I got to get back to work, but don't worry. My better half is here now. Thanks for the great stream and chat, y'all. Yeah, buddy. Hope you have a good day at work, man. Make that money, and I'll see you on the next one. I'll probably be doing a live stream also today. I got some videos dropping today, and then I'll probably be back live this evening. I'm trying to do more live streams and stay connected with y'all. And yeah, just keep it going. I got to get that algorithm. I got to get it rolling. So yeah. Val says, what the hell? Wow. I'm trying to figure out what you're meaning. What was it from? That's a Wrap. Yeah. He, she, we, big boob says, I saw Malignant in theaters, though. It was there for 2 weeks, and I didn't get it on HBO Max till months later. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, so it was in theaters for a little bit. Was it like limited? Because I saw it at home. I didn't know it was marketed for theaters, but it'd be really cool to see it. That's pretty cool. Sean 6 times says, Cecil said in my interview with him that what he was pushing for. Yeah. Be looking out for Dylan's New Nightmare. We'll probably touch on that too here on Daily Dose of Horror. Let me ask y'all something. Since we got most of the fam here and we're talking, do y'all want, I want some Scream with my coffee back. Remember that morning show I used to do before I moved to Texas? I used to do that. A lot of y'all seem to like it. Or do y'all like this Daily Dose of Horror where we just talk about stuff? You know, I'm trying to see just where the numbers are going to be and what people are going to be, you know, like interacting with and everything. I want to give the people what they want, you know, like Will Ferrell says. Give the people what they want. So yeah, let me know. Do y'all like this Daily Dose of Horror, or would y'all like to just mix it up with some Scream with your coffee? Because we do Scream Talk every Friday night Central, 10 p.m. Central. So I don't want to like overdo it, you know, until there's like, we're closer to Scream 7 when we get more stuff out, you know. But like, there's so many things like right now that are just falling under the radar that I'm like, you know what, we need a trending horror movie news, you know, live stream. There might be other people that do it. I haven't really seen it, but at least I'm bringing it to y'all. So yeah, just let me know. Look, I want your thoughts on it for sure. I might do a poll on it tomorrow and see how y'all feel. Denisha says Dylan's New Nightmare is October, and Brett got The Shape of Halloween coming to. Yes, Shape of Halloween's going to be awesome as well. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. So Dylan's New Nightmare is dropping in October, huh? Okay. Looking forward to that. That's going to be super awesome. I would even buy like a physical media of that to support the guys. I show him 6 times, says, be sure to destroy that like button. Yes, thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that. Smash that like button like you're smashing a roach that ran across your floor, which I hate roaches. I would definitely kill it in a heartbeat. Let's see here. Go and hit that like button, y'all. Yeah, thank y'all so much. Y'all are so awesome to me. Thank you. Kirsten Marie says, oh, I'll be there for The Conjuring. Yes. Kirsten, that would be super awesome if you joined and watched along, did a watch along, because Marcus just, it's going to be like his fresh eyes. He's never gotten too far into the movie, and I don't think he's seen The Conjuring 2 if I'm remembering correctly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching both. I think we're going to do The Conjuring this Saturday and maybe the Saturday after watching The Conjuring 2. Or, you know, you never know what you're going to get with me and Marcus. We might just get spontaneous and say, hey, let's watch The Conjuring 2 and do a double feature, you know? You never know. You never know. Life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Denisha, Marcus, and Destin, can't wait for you guys' podcast. Yes, we are still looking for a launch date on that. The podcast will probably be 2 days a week. It's kind of hard to like fill in with everything between what I got going on and Marcus has got going on. But yeah, Horror Hooligans podcast is coming soon. So we will keep you posted on that. We're still working out some cover art and a launch date for that. That'll work out for both of us because we're trying to get more organized in our schedules. So yes, thank you for that, Denisha. I'm hoping that it goes well for sure. An official podcast, the Horror Hooligans. I kind of want to come up with like a song or something for it, you know, like an opening song. Like anybody know how to make some music or sing? I definitely cannot sing. You should hear me doing that on karaoke night. I can't sing. I can do some Eminem. That's about it. Jim Warner says, what time on Saturday for The Conjuring? That's really up to Marcus. I'm not quite sure what time we set it for. It's going to be over on his channel, though. Once I find out, I'll let you know, Jen. You might have already said it in this chat. I'm just not down far enough to know. Marcus, Destination Station, thank you so much for that, bro. We have definitely built a brotherhood. Yes, we have, boy. Yes. Bro, like me and you, like since I think our first time we ever streamed was covering the Black Phone. And after that, it was just like, dude, like we have similar thoughts on horror. That's the thing. It's like you don't, some people like, you know, horror is subjective, but like at least me, you know, not everything we agree on, but for the most part, like we view horror the same way. And you know, man, I cherish our friendship, bud. I really do. I can't wait for to see what the future holds for both of us. Absolutely. Whoa, this just jumped. That's one thing about StreamYard. It'll jump on you. Where was I? Bear with me. He, she, big boobs. He, she, we, big boobs. Says, wow, homie, I just started living in Texas last December. Yeah. I just started. I moved here last July. So yeah, I've been here. Wow. Yeah. I think today is, yeah, it's July 10th. Cause yeah, I moved like 2 days after I sold my house back in Mississippi. And, so yeah, I think today is like the anniversary of me being a Texan. Heck yeah. And it's probably one of the best things I ever done for myself and my family. Like, honestly, I love it here, especially in the Dallas area. It's awesome. There's a lot of creative people in this city, and that's what I love. That's what I needed to be around. I needed to be around that good energy, that good. Michael Joe, what about Halloween talk? I'll be down to talk some Halloween. Yeah, we definitely talk about Halloween. Definitely. It's Scream, Halloween, and everything in between. That's what you get here on Destination Station. We can definitely do some Halloween talk. We do have Scream talk, but yeah, you know, that's actually an idea. We might make one night a week or something and do some Halloween talk. You know, there's only so many hours, especially in between work and family and events and you know, it takes one thing to knock you off your schedule. So yeah, we might pick one day a week and just do some Halloween talk. That's a great idea. I would like to talk more Halloween. So also going to be at what is it, Scarefest? I think that's the name of the convention in Lexington, Kentucky in October. And they're going to have a whole bunch of Halloween guests and Scream guests. David Arquette's going to be there. You got Danielle Harris and Scout Taylor Compton, which I have like the whole thing to where it's like I bought the thing to where you can meet them and also be on their podcast. So that'd be really cool if I meet Danielle Harris and Scout Taylor Compton, and they could shout out Destination Station and maybe do a collab, you know, especially with everybody in the audience is going to be on their podcast. So they seem like really cool people. So yeah, Halloween talk. We definitely need to rev that up before that convention for sure. Denisha Lane says, morning coffee. It was good, Destin. Get it back. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, man. What's your favorite coffee? Like, seriously, you want some Scream with your coffee? You want that back? Okay. All right. There's one. Jim Warner says, no such thing as too much Scream talk. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. So yeah, we shall see. I shot him 6 times. Destination Station, man, that's a great question. I say keep the daily dose. We definitely need more streams with multiple horror news, discussion, etc. That's what I started to do with my early streams. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, we can definitely do more Scream talk and stuff like that, maybe in the evenings. Just until we get more news and we get closer to Scream 7, I feel like Friday night, 10 p.m. Central, Scream talk is enough for now. And plus all the other, you know, collabs that I do with other content creators, and I'm on their channel and we're talking about Scream. Scream is my favorite franchise. That and A Nightmare on Elm Street is just right up there with it, you know. Big Wes Craven fan. And I am, you know, always down to talk some Scream. Y'all know that. It's Scream pretty much built my channel. So I owe a lot to it. So yeah, definitely need to do some more Scream talk. It might not be in the mornings, depending on how this Daily Dose of Horror goes. We'll see if, oh, that's my alarm. See if like where the numbers are at and what you are engaging with and everything, and see how it goes. You know, it might go back to Scream talk. We'll just see. Jim Warner said, Destiny, is it the lighting or your hair purple? Oh, it's the lighting, definitely. I have like a bright light here, but my overhead light is red and blue. I have like some smart lights in here. So yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, definitely don't have purple hair. I'm a blondie. Can't you tell how dumb I am? Or goofy? Yeah. I thought about like changing it up too, you know, like, but like red and blue, it kind of sets the mood. Especially like, you know, this is also my workstation that I work from home, and I kind of like it just kind of chill, relaxed, you know. So yeah. Okay, so I shot them 6 times. It'd be 9:30 Eastern. Okay, awesome. So that's gonna be on Saturday, The Conjuring, 9:30 Eastern. So yeah, be checking out that. If you're not subscribed to Marcus's channel, I shot him 6 times, and you want to watch The Conjuring with us, head on over there and hit subscribe and be a part of the conversation. Kirsten Marie says Larry can sing and make music. He plays guitar a lot. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I wonder if he could like come up with something, you know, like just nothing too crazy, but like something that I could have like an opening song for like Daily Dose of Horror or our Horror Hooligans podcast, or even like just Scream Talk or Destination Station in general, you know, like just something I could play, you know, something funny, something upbeat, get the people going. Larry's so talented. Like, he's such a cool guy. Awesome. Yeah, we can talk about that later on, for sure. Kirsten says we will have both loud kids that day. That's why. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, I know how it is being a parent and everything. So yeah, always have my kids in the background and stuff. So yeah, it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Denisha says Destin October will be a busy month for horror. We got Saw X, Dylan's New Nightmare fan film, Shape of Halloween from Brett. So let's get excited for that. October will be here soon. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, I'm hoping that Saw hits. You know, we need a banger after Insidious, something that brings it back home. And I hope Saw is so good we get those annually October releases of Saw. Like you know how it used to be. Every October we got a new Saw movie. You know, and it was even marketed that way. It was like, if it's Halloween, it must be Saw. You know, I would love that. I think that would be awesome, especially now that Halloween is kind of on a hiatus for right now. You know, I do want Halloween back. I think we all do, especially after Halloween ends. But we need to right some wrongs there and go in a different direction and get rid of that Laurie Strode storyline, and hopefully pick up after the events of Halloween 4. So yeah, it is. It's a good time to be a horror fan. We got some, and you know, like these fan films are getting so much better. You know, they're really good. You know, Never Hike Alone was so good, and I'm pretty sure Dylan's New Nightmare is going to be just as good for sure. Oh, that's awesome, Kirsten. Awesome. I really appreciate that. Yeah. I'd like to, yeah, if he's got time, you know, no rush or nothing, but like, that'd be awesome. I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that for sure. Michael Joe says, could you get Danielle Harris and Scott Taylor on the stream one day? You know what? I'm hoping to. I really am. And I do interview some cast here and there, some celebrities here and there. I haven't done it in a while, but definitely. And that would be awesome. That'd be so awesome. Jen said, hey, I'm a blonde. Hey, we're in the same category. Like, I am blonde. I promise. It's not purple. He, she, we, big boo says goofy mofo, but def not a dumb. This has been nice. I haven't found a welcoming horror channel in a while since Ends was released, but I thank you for accepting my thoughts without discouraging. Yeah, absolutely. This is a safe haven. Seriously. Like, so yeah, no disrespect, nothing. I want it to be laid back. Everybody's a fam here. Everybody has, you know, we're all here for the same reason, for the love of horror. So if you're not bringing love into this, you know, it might not be the place. And my moderators, my hashtag digital bounces, will kick trolls' asses out of this stream. So don't worry. So you are definitely in a safe place. And welcome. And I'm glad you're here. And I hope to see you back for more episodes of Daily Dose of Horror. But I'm going to end it there. I do have to get ready for work. And so, yeah, stick around. I really appreciate all of y'all. If you haven't smashed that like button, please do so. I really appreciate it. And yeah, come back tomorrow, 8 a.m. Central, for episode 5 of Daily Dose of Horror. And we're going to talk definitely about this new slasher that's a wrap. So yeah, among others. So yeah, stick around, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you're notified of every time I go live, every time I post a video. So yeah, thank y'all again for today and starting my Monday off right. And I'll see you guys in just a little bit, actually. I got some other stuff coming out today. So yeah, I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.